What makes New Amsterdam different from the rest of the medical dramas that you find on television is the fact that it's based on true events. There's a book written by Dr. Eric Mannheimer called 12 Patients, Life and Death at Bellevue, because he was the medical director at Bellevue. And we basically are inspired by that book.
Yeah. I think too, again, we're not slamming medical dramas because you're right, they're a total staple. But in that regard, they do, in a lot of ways, become very formulaic and cliched, and there's a certain thing that people expect from them. A lot of pass me the scalpel involved, and the show has that, but it's way more character driven. And the hospital itself is a main character in the show, which I think adds a really unique element. And also, it's relevant, it's topical, and there's a lot of real sort of emotional content that we can all relate to, because the stakes with life and death can't be any higher, and I think we can all relate to that in a very base way. Healthcare is a massive crisis in this country, and it's just, seemingly insurmountable, but this show is kind of helping ask certain questions. What can we do? How can we help? How can we change it? What can you do? How can you approach your HMO in a different way? How can we learned in the show that you can negotiate your hospital bill. I didn't know that. I've never heard that in my life.
Blew my mind. It's crazy.
You should do it.
And if you tune in every week, you're going to learn some more life hacks.
Life hacks. That show's all about life hacks.
What are you most proud of with the show? Because it does seem like it's taking risks and kind of, like you said, it's not typical medical drama.
No.
I think even to touch on what Tyler said, healthcare is probably one of, if not the most important thing that we deal with in the world. And, I think the majority of us, no matter which side of the political spectrum you're on, believe that, healthcare should be a right and not a privilege. But I'm proud because we're going to take a look at that from the top down and get that conversation going in this country again, which it needs to happen. And but we're also not going to hit you over the head with any sort of political agenda. We're just going to give you the truth and expose it the way that it is.
Yeah, it's not preachy at all. It's, it's fundamental sort of information that's being peppered throughout, but we're definitely not like, this is a medical drama. So, yeah, I think the thing I'm most proud of are my children. But I think on the show, the thing I'm most proud of is the fact that I think all of us are getting an opportunity to really stretch our legs maybe a little bit. I think that I'm watching a lot of actors who, like myself, Jocko to a certain degree, have he's not had as many failures as me, is what I'm trying to say, but we've all been through it. We're all seasoned actors for the most part, character actors, and we're all getting to play these very solid, awesome, rounded characters where we get to flex all of our, chops at the same time. And I'm proud of that as a cast, watching all my now friends, and actor colleagues get to flex. It's cool. It's really neat.
When you go to watch this show, you should know that everything you're seeing is really based closely on real life, and it is a TV show, but Eric Mannheimer wrote the book the show's based on is on set. We have nurses and doctors and medical professionals on set, and we're trying to keep it grounded in real life and not trying to let it go to TV land or over the top or too fake or any of that stuff, and try to have a real conversation about things that we're all dealing with. I mean, everybody knows somebody in the hospital or someone who's dealing with that health issue or trying to get pills from a different country because they're too expensive here, or whatever it is. It affects all of us, and it could be so much better than it is. And the whole conversation is healthcare a right? Do we privatize it? And all these things are interesting questions to ask and discuss. So if you want to be a part of that conversation, you should watch it.
It isn't just another medical drama. Of course, that's the hospital is a main character in the show. It's a very detailed, well fleshed out character in the show. Medicine is a big part of it, but it's very much about real people, and I think that real relatable life situations, and I feel like audiences out there are kind of leaning towards programs like that more and more in these sort of also divisive times.
It has happened in somebody's life. It's based on real life. It's not fiction. It's Dr. Mannheimer's life and his story. So the moment it says, that's why they say based on true story or based on true events. So it's pulsating, it's happening. That's what is important.